Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm here to share 5 tips on how to take care of your handbags. I have my Birkin here as an example of how those 5 tips could be applied when you're either traveling or just around town, and how to keep it in good condition but while still allowing you to use your handbags. I also have another travel unboxing here. This is sort of like a travel edit, I guess, but I had really wanted to unbox this so that I could start using it in the trip that I'm about to take. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Emily and I love handbags. I also love fashion, travel, luxury. So if you like any or all of those things, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you'll be notified of my future videos. I had just come back from Hawaii and I obviously brought bags with me, and I wanted to share some tips that I have in case some of you are traveling, which I know actually a lot of you are traveling from your previous comments on my videos. I am so excited for all of you because it's been so long since a lot of us has gone visiting places and trying different things, so it's really great. I'm gonna start off with the unboxing first, and then I'll go into the 5 tips that I have. So sitting right here is the new item. I've actually peeked into it and I actually took it out of the box, but I am going to insert a clip of how the unboxing looked. You can see from the clip that it is packaged extremely well, and it is so well packaged that I think this came in without a scratch. I'm a big fan for packaging, and seeing how well something is packaged does speak to the brand's attention and keeping up the quality of their items. So anyway, this does come in a dust bag here, which I really do enjoy. Let me just open it. Ta-da! So this is a luggage, as you can see. Like I was saying, I do love dust bags that come along with luggage. You don't think you need it, but when you're not using it, it really does help keep it from dust, from scratches, from, you know, getting wet and all of that. So this one is my newest one. This one was actually sent to me by Level 8. I have not heard about them before, but ever since they reached out, I love it when brands reach out because I learned so many new brands and I get to share it with you. But this is a luggage and backpack company. It's a travel company, and they are focused on allowing you to enjoy life experiences through travel. They create suitcases from durable materials, and they have factories in the US and in Europe, so that they do ship from both locations, so depending on where you are. It does have free shipping for the US as well as for Europe, and I believe they do charge some shipping if you are in Hawaii or Alaska or Canada, but for the most part, it's free shipping, and you do have a 7-day return. I love the quality of this, holding it right now, and the reason why I chose this one, which is a full aluminum suitcase 20-inch carry-on, is because if you saw my recent unboxing for my birthday, I unboxed a very similar suitcase. It's also aluminum. If you haven't seen that, I'll list it below. But the reason why I asked the brand to send me this versus all of their other options, which they do have a lot, is because I can do a fair comparison. And this is a fraction of the cost of my Holy Grail suitcase. So I am intrigued, and I wanted to share it with you in case you are planning on traveling, you want to get a suitcase, you want to get an aluminum suitcase, and I'll try to compare the wear and tear, the durability, everything for you. So stay tuned. I'm gonna start using this because I do have a few trips planned. But yeah, I am very excited. You can see that it is aluminum all over, with the exception of the handles, the telescopic handle. Let me actually take off this. Ooh, this is fancy. This is just a little cover for their handles, and you can see that the handle is soft close, and so it's very nice. There's also another handle on this side, so let me take that off, and you can see that again, it's soft closing. So it's very luxurious. The wheels are also very quiet, as you can see, and there are 4 of them. They're 360 turns. So this aluminum suitcase comes in 2 colors, silver and dark gray. The aluminum and the matte collection does have lifetime limited warranty. All their other suitcase has a 5-year warranty, and all of their accessories and backpacks have a 1-year warranty. So it's pretty good for suitcases because they're meant to be dinged. But this one is really well crafted. As you can see, it does have a lot of reinforcements. The corners are all there so that if you bump into something, it is protected. It does have 2 TSA locks, which it's very similar to another brand, but yeah, it opens up like that, and then it opens up like a clamshell. You do have a blank back, and here is the telescopic handle, and it looks like there's a few settings on here, and it does come with packing cubes too. Let me grab them real quick. I absolutely love the clamshell opening, and it does have a rubber edge around it so that it keeps water out, but it also does not have any zippers. You don't have to worry about your zippers popping. You don't have to worry about somebody like digging in and opening up your zippers even though you locked your bag. It's very secure. So this is the packing cubes that I was talking about. It comes with most of their suitcases. This set is really nice because if you travel a lot, you can definitely organize your items. So there we are. This big one is one, and then you have a smaller one, actually 2 smaller ones and a medium-sized one. So there's 4 altogether. And they have these little Velcro tags, which allow you to switch, you know, there are labels for shoes, there are labels for like electronics, makeup, like, so there's a different little icon for different things so that you can switch it up and then you'll know what's inside without having to open these packing cubes. So I'll try to insert a clip of me packing for my upcoming trip, and you can see how well it goes. Again, I will try to be using this a lot and then sharing with you my thoughts, but at the moment it looks really good. Like, just feeling it, all of the opening, closing, everything feels solid, and you can't beat the price. A lot of the times suitcases can range like all over the price point, all over the board, and this one, they do range from about, let's see, I wrote this down, $150 to $400, which is not bad at all, especially if you're looking for something that holds, you know, all your stuff when you're traveling. Even if you travel every so often, it's really nice to have a suitcase that you can rely on and use time and time again so you don't have to repurchase. This brand has been around since 2008, so they definitely know what they're doing. I personally really loved aluminum, but there are also ones that if you're traveling for work, there's a zipper front where you can put your laptop, and it's like a hard case, so it's like perfect. And I also was able to get a promo code for you guys, get 10% off your purchase, and it is higher than the one that they're offering on their website. So if you would like, you can enter Emily10 at checkout and you'll get 10% off. I don't get anything for it, but I would love to know if you end up using that or if you end up buying one from them. I would love to know your thoughts and if you found this introduction helpful. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but this suitcase is 36 liters. It is about 10 pounds and it is 15 by 8.5 by 22 inches, including handles and wheels. So on to the other part of this video, which is talking about the 5 tips I would recommend when traveling with your handbags. I mean, this also applies when you're just out and about town and you don't have to go anywhere. But since I just came back from my trip, I have a few thoughts in my mind that I thought would be helpful. I always love to use my handbags, but I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little nervous sometimes bringing my handbags out because if they're one of my favorites, if they're super expensive, if they're highly valued, I don't want to get it damaged. So I need to strike a balance between being able to use it, but also keeping them pristine. I'm hoping that these tips will help you. So like I said, for eye candy and also for demonstration, this is my Birkin 30, which I did get over a month ago now. If you would like to see that unboxing, I will list it below, but I also have made tons of videos about, you know, my experience there, how I got it, answering some of your questions about pre-spend, about wish lists and all of that. So if you're interested in that, I'll list those videos below. All right, so the first tip that I have written down here is actually to bring a dust bag. all handbags generally come with a dust bag. So this one is the one that came with my Birkin 30, and it is in a very good quality material. It's like a cotton, you know, like, so it's durable, it holds its shape, but it's not so abrasive that it'll hurt the bag. It does have a drawstring, so it'll keep dust, it'll keep it from being scratched, it'll keep it from getting stained, and little light sprinkles of water will also be protected with this bag. Now, as you can see, the suitcase also did come with a dust bag, so I think dust bags are very important when you're not using it at home, but also when you're traveling, because if you're, let's say, traveling with this bag, but it's in a, you know, another handbag that you're using as your personal item, it's really nice to have it in a dust bag and then going into your carry-on or your personal item so that it doesn't get scratched. And it's very easy to do that when you're traveling because you're just throwing everything into your bag. So I definitely recommend one of these guys to protect it from the sun, from scratches, from everything. The second tip that I have actually is more related to the Birkin because it does come with a raincoat. Now, I've never opened this raincoat because I've never needed to use it while I am using the bag, but I do know that there are other bags that come with their own raincoat, such as the Fendi Peekaboo, which I do have as well. Again, I've never needed to use it, but you know, having this in your bag is very handy because when you're traveling, you never know when you get a surprising like thunderstorm or something. So it's really nice to be able to just grab this out and prevent it from being rained on, because that water damage is a very bad thing for your leather. If you do not have a raincoat that comes with your handbag, you can always bring one of those recycle bags that you sometimes bring to the grocery store or something. You can keep one of those in your bag, and that can help prevent it from any sudden rain until you can get to shelter. But yeah, in general, having something that just protects it from the elements when it just comes at you at a surprise definitely helps protect your handbags. My third tip is to use an organizer, and there are many organizers out there, but I'm going to share two with you today. Currently in this bag is my 7RP insert, so you can kind of see it sitting in there right now. I have the little clochette here. Here, I'll show it to you in the bag first. This one, like I said, is 7RP, and it's made specifically for the Birkin 30, and it is specifically made for this style, which is the retorn style, not the newer design, which is in the Cellier style. Now, this is one of the highest quality organizers that I've ever felt. It is made of Alcantara material. It's the Italian, very luxurious material. When you touch it, you know it's good. Sometimes it is used to line luxury cars as well. And so there are like little little holders. For the most part, all the pockets are inside. And you can see there, it's also quilted at the bottom right there. It's very nice. This comes in many different colors. I chose this like petal pink color because I just thought it would go really well with my biscuit color Birkin. But this material is washable. It's suggested that you air dry it, but it is washable, which is really nice. When you're using it, it is very soft, but it holds its shape, as you can see. It also is fairly light, that, you know, it doesn't weigh too much when you're wearing your handbag. Now, this is water resistant, so that also helps if you have like a water bottle in there and it spills, or if you have a pen and it like explodes, it will catch all of that. And yeah, and just in general, you can see that they've definitely designed it with the shape of the handbag in mind. So this is specific for the Birkin 30. If I could get a discount code for you, I'll list it below. Currently, they don't know that I'm doing this because I paid for this with my own money. So I'm trying to ask them because I've used it for on and off for a month now. So I really do like it. So I want to, you know, help you if you are wanting your first one and you want to save a little bit of money, so stay tuned. The other organizer that I have to share with you is from Zumoni. If you've been here before, you'll know that I have used Zumoni a lot in the past with all of my other handbags. I especially rave about them for making personal handbag organizers. So for my mini Alexa, Mulberry Alexa, I did not find one on their website before, and not many places elsewhere had that. So I ordered my own, and it does wonders, and I've already talked a lot about it, so I'm not going to talk about it here, but I had asked them about if they had one specifically for the Birkin 30 in the return style, and they don't, but they do have one just for Birkin 30 in general. I was going to buy it, but they did end up sending it to me for free, so thank you so much, Zumoni, for always providing me with your lovely organizers. This one does feel a lot lighter, and I think it has to do with the fact that this is a felt material. And this is actually new for them. This felt is 1.2 millimeter versus some of their other ones is 2 millimeter. You'll see that inside there's like a cup holder pocket, there's some slip pockets along the side here, and there's also a little lipstick holder, which sometimes you can use as a little card holder as well. So I do really like that option where you have that. You can see that this one is very thin in comparison to the Alcantara. It is only one layer versus the Alcantara. You can see that it is a little bit thicker everywhere. The Zumoni is also not shaped in a trapezoid. You can see the top of the 7RP one is definitely more tapered, but I have put this into my Birkin and it has fit just fine. So I'm just going to demonstrate that for you right now. Here we are. So you can see that it fits quite well inside the Birkin, just like the 7RP one did. And of course, it's not tapered, so it does keep, you know, like if you had the bag open, it doesn't make a difference, as you can see. But if I try to close the bag, it definitely does squish down the organizer a bit, but because it's such a thin material, like a thin felt material, it squishes down no problem. So in case you were wondering, it doesn't bother me too much actually. But yeah, I just thought I'd share both of them. I have used both of them interchangeably on and off. I haven't noticed a big difference. I do know that when I use this one and my hand touches it, it does feel much more luxurious, but the Zumoni one definitely gets the job done. Now here is one thing I wanted to point out is that I've only been using both of these on and off for a month. So I haven't used them for a long term. I cannot tell you how they, you know, wear on the bag over a year's time, which I might do another video of if you're interested. But yeah, so there is quite a big difference in terms of the feel, thickness, and also the weight. I did measure them, so in case you were gonna ask, I know that I get questions about weight a lot because obviously you cannot see it on the video. So the Birkin on its own is 2.1 pounds. The 7RP organizer is 0.3 pounds. And the Zumoni organizer is 0.13 pounds. So if you compare both of the organizers, you have about 0.2 pounds of weight difference. But 0.2 pounds for a 2-pound bag is probably not noticeable, and I don't notice it. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, the 7RP is heavier, but I don't notice it. Now I want to tell you the price difference. The 7RP organizer does cost a pretty penny because you are paying for top of the line luxury, and it does retail for 450 euros. Again, if I could find a discount code, I will pop that here because every little thing counts. I can understand why it's so expensive. Now, would I suggest buying this? I don't know. It is quite a lot of money for an organizer, but if you think about that in comparison to the actual cost of the bag and over the length of time that you're going to use it, it's probably not that bad, but that's for you to decide. The Zumoni organizer is 45 US dollars. So you're looking at 450 euros versus $45. That is a big difference. That's over 10 times the price. Now, again, I've only used this for a month. I cannot tell you the longevity of these organizers, but I wanted to share with you the prices because I know not everybody would want to spend close to 500 US dollars for an organizer, whereas $50 US is a lot easier to try. So it's up to you. It's very easy to order the Zumoni one, try it to see if it works, and if you think it's not good enough for your handbag, then perhaps you can switch off to the 7RP. But I could definitely tell a difference between the two, so I can understand the price difference between the two as well. I do have a Zumoni code. I don't get anything for it. You can get 20% off of your organizer by putting angeleyn at checkout. So I thought I'd share that with you. My fourth tip of how to care for your handbags while traveling or while being around town is actually having a purse hook. So this one I have here is from Carrie Atelier, and it is called the Carrie. It comes in a very pretty felt bag in this like gorgeous kind of muted green color. And I actually brought this on my recent trip with me. It has these little snap buttons where it keeps the hook very protected. So let me just take it out and show you. It is beautiful. It's a very weighted piece of metal, and they've put a lot of design care into this. So here's an up close look at the Carrie. It is very simple. The face plate is metal, and it does look very classy and elegant despite it being very simple. It is very weighted and very substantial, but that's what you kind of need to be able to be sturdy enough for your handbags. This is a circular disc, as you can see, but there is a magnet that keeps this hook folded in, but when you open it like this, it'll just fall down. And there are some rubber plating here that holds it sturdy to the table. As you can see, if my hand were a table, you can see that it does this, and the hook slightly angles backwards so that your handbags can rest onto it very easily without falling off. It is a lot deeper than other hooks that I have, and this allows for a thicker table as well and more clearance for your handles. The metal is specifically made of really smooth material so that your handbags, the leather won't get damaged while sitting here, or your fabric ones won't get snagged. So it is very nice. The material, like I said, is very sturdy, very durable, and I did get it in the rose gold, but they do also have a gold or a silver, and I saw a clear, sort of almost like acrylic one that I was very interested in. This has a 12-month warranty so that you're covered for a whole year, so that there's, I mean, if anything were to happen to it, you can contact them back. They do have special technology for balance so that your handbag won't like teeter and totter, which I did try on my vacation. I had a heavy bag and I hooked it to the side of the table, and I purposely like kicked it, and it tried to move, but it was very sturdy as well. This is so strong that it can hold up to 7 kilograms or 15.4 pounds of material. So yeah, your handbag should not be heavier than 15 pounds, but if it is up to 15 pounds, it will hold up, which is really neat. I have been using the Carrie for my Birkin 30, which I've been very happy about because I do not like to leave my handbags on the ground, but there's not always a chair that I could put it to, and I don't always want to keep it on my lap in case I'm drinking something and it spills. I've also came back from Hawaii and I brought the Senrev Midi Maestra with me, and it was really nice because when I'm like eating poke, drinking coffee, having dessert, you know, like I just hook this to the table or wherever I'm sitting at a cafe, and it just holds this up, and it has all of my camera stuff, it has all my essentials, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to wear it. It could just sit there at the table, which is really neat, and I can keep my eye on it as well. So I have been loving this guy. I just wanted to share it with you in case you are also interested, and this can definitely help you take care of your handbags. I also wanted to point out that it comes in this very pretty box. It's actually a Swedish brand. Inside this box is a little care card that sits right on top, and then I already opened it, but there is a little sticker right there that opens up into this gorgeous white kind of felt-like material, and there's a cutout of where the Carrie sits. So this is great as a gift. Like if you have a handbag lover in your life, but you don't want to get them a handbag, this is a great option because every handbag lover needs one of these guys to protect their bags from like getting scuffed, getting thrown on the ground, or anything like that. So I will leave the link to this below if you are interested. Finally, my fifth and last tip is to look at your handbag after each wear. Now, I know sometimes there are late nights and I get home and I don't really want to do that, but for the most part, I do take a look at my handbags. I give it like a quick, you know, once over, making sure everything looks good. If there is some scuff or like some, I don't know, pizza sauce. I hope there's not pizza sauce, but like if there's some random stain or something, I generally wipe it right off with a damp cloth. So not a wet cloth, a slightly damp cloth, like very soft cloth, and just kind of buff it out. You do not want to use any cleaners on your leather unless you know what you're doing, because each leather is slightly different. So if ever anything happened to my Birkin, I'd probably bring it to Hermes, but for little things that happen like while on vacation and I cannot bring it to Hermes Spa, I probably will just quickly use a damp cloth and just like get rid of it, because I think if you get rid of it before it sets into your leather, it's easier to, you know, take care of. So you want to take small steps so that you don't have to do a big cleanup. So those are my 5 tips, and that is also my unboxing of this luggage. If you are interested in this luggage and how it compares to my Holy Grail one, which I unboxed earlier, definitely subscribe, stay tuned. I will try to use this as much as I can to like test it out. But if you have any specific questions you wanted me to like answer or things to look out for in the comparison updated review, leave it in the comments below so that I'll know to do that in the future video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!